Hey Neal, here she is. Let's get through this walkthrough. First thing you're going to do when you get on the boat is you're going to walk over here to this seat. And on the underside of it, if you look down inside there, that's your battery switch. Now you've got two batteries in the boat, position 1, position 2. We just switch that over to battery 1. By doing that, now we've got control of everything on the boat. Walk up here to the console. The first thing we're going to do is this top switch here is master power. Turn your master power on. Then down here you have a blower switch. Right here we want to turn the blower switch on, let that run for roughly 3 to 5 minutes, the first operation of the day, and that's going to get any exhaust fumes that may be in the engine compartment out and away. So while the blower's running, we'll go through some of these other switches. They're all pretty self-explanatory if you've been in boating before. Along the top we've got our navigation and anchor lighting. You have your switch for the bilge pump, your horn, live well. Well, this boat obviously doesn't have a live well, so that doesn't do anything. Courtesy lights, that'll turn on all the courtesy lights in your boat. Docking lights, you flip that up, that'll turn your docking lights on. If you want to listen to the stereo, you flip the stereo switch on. Now the head unit to your stereo's located over here in the head compartment, way down there, and that's where you'd put the CDs in and out. If you want to run an MP3 player to it, there is a plug there for that as well. With the power going to it, you also have control of everything from over here beside the steering wheel and the remote control. So you hit the source button to power it up, and then you can search up through the channels, get to a desired channel, and there you go, you've got tunes. Turn that stereo switch off, stereo turns off. Fresh water, you can see I have the switch on. When you turn the switch on, what it does is it pressurizes the water system. You have a couple different points of use. You can leave that on the whole day. It'll simply turn off if you're not using it, and when you want to use it, the pump turns on as required. So there you go. Now you got a shower on the boat. You also have, in the head compartment, a place to wash your hands. Down here you have a little sink. Turn that, and there you go. Now we got running water in the bathroom. When you're not using the water system, even though you can leave the pump on, I do like to kill power to it, so turn that right off. Next switch we have here is the depth finder. You turn the depth finder switch on, and that sends power up to the M68 Lowrance. And then you just push and hold the power button, and that unit will power up for you. Also down here, the engine hatch that we talked about. So there's your engine hatch, you push up on that. As I push up on that switch, what it does is that engine compartment is now going to lift up all by itself, and you'll have access to everything back there in the engine compartment. Push down on the switch, and that engine hatch will then go down. Well, we've probably had that blower running long enough now, so let's turn that off. And the starting procedure of this engine is very, very easy. It's a fuel-injected engine, so all you have to do is take the key, turn it to the right, one click, listen to that beep. That is your audible warning system. That's going to tell you if there's anything going wrong with the engine. To start it, just turn the key the rest of the way to the right and hold on to it until she starts and fires. Once the engine is running, I do like to let it warm up just a little bit before I pull away from the dock. So we'll let it warm up just a little bit, and then I'll fire her back up and we'll go for a ride. Okay, Neal, the first thing you want to do is make sure your engine is, your outdrive is trimmed all the way down. There's your trim gauge. You can see we have it trimmed all the way down. And using this control handle, we're going to lift up on the red lever, push the handle forward, and what that does is that puts the drive into forward gear, engaging the propeller so the propellers are spinning. So basically think of it like a clock. Neutral is 12, forward is 11. If you want to shift it into reverse, you have to lift up on the red lever, shift back to 1 o'clock. Now the boat is in reverse. Back to neutral. And notice that when I come back to neutral, you don't have to lift up on this red lever. The only time we need to lift up the red lever is when we're shifting into gear. Coming out of gear, you don't have to worry about it. So, with it trimmed all the way down, I'm going to put the boat in gear, steer with my knee, hold my phone with the other, and then for acceleration, just a nice, steady, easy push of the handle forward,